Hey, AGEDS 3150 students, Mr. Ramstead here, excited to share a little bit of a brief tutorial on our final resource portfolio as promised. So I hope that by now you've read over the assignment description and also familiarized yourself with what we're going to be doing as we've discussed in class. But again, this short video is just going to kind of give you an overview of how to do the assignment and hopefully answer any logistical technology related questions that you may have. If you do have further questions, please be sure to check out the assignment description. Otherwise, you're welcome to visit with me before or after class or send me an email. We'll figure things out. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and kind of walk you through what we're doing. So hopefully on Canvas, you're able to find the assignment pretty easily. We go to our class page, and then you can go to Unit 4, Leadership in AGED Program Development. And then we'll see here the final resource portfolio due May 14th is posted. You'll click here, and the assignment information is posted for you to reference. So we have the assignment description here, which I pulled up. Again, hopefully you familiarize yourself with this, along with the template and the grading rubric, and then the easy to access link. So I'm going to kind of walk you through step by step what I would like you to do for the assignment. Okay. So first things first, you'll need to make a copy of our template. So if you click here, you will go to File, Make a Copy, and you'll make your copy. Pretty self-explanatory there. Now, I've already kind of Martha Stewarted a little bit, and I've made a copy for myself right here, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So you'll notice that we need to make a cover page. I'll leave that to you, use Canva. And then we have this part here where we have our course materials and our class resource folder. So what we're going to want to do is first upload our files for our FFA 101 mini lessons and CDE LDE integrations into the corresponding folders. So right here we can see FFA 101 mini lesson submissions and CDE LDE integration submissions. We'll click on FFA 101 for an example. Okay. So here we can see all of the mini lessons that my group last year had completed. You will add yours to this folder as well. So you'll kind of have a culmination of 2 years worth of lesson plans. Same thing with the CDE and LDE integration. You're going to submit your materials here. And that way you're going to have not only the materials from our class, but then also from everybody else. And once everybody has uploaded the materials, you will then want to copy them over into your own little folder. Now, you all as a group are likely going to want to come up with a time in which you would want to have your materials uploaded. I would hope it's in the near future because you all have submitted these and gotten feedback. Make those adjustments that I've given you on your assignments that you've submitted so the links work properly for everyone. And once all the materials from this semester are in the folder, it's then time to go ahead and make that folder for yourself to kind of move all of the different resources into your own Google Drive. So what we're going to do here is we're going to assume that the CDE LDE integrations have all been turned in from everyone this semester, which obviously right now we only have the 4 from last semester when I taught the class. So you're going to highlight all of these and you are going to Command C, and that's going to copy these items to your clipboard. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can individually download the items. That's fine too. I just find this to be a little bit faster. And then you will have likely already made for yourself a separate Google folder where you're going to house all of your assignments and all of that stuff. I would encourage you to have this on a personal Gmail, not your Iowa State account or anything like that, so you retain access to everything. And then you're going to go to the CDE and LDE integration folder. And you can call this whatever you want. This is for you personally to keep things organized. You'll click on it, and then you're going to paste the files into here. And it's going to all populate in here, and it's going to say copy of, and then the file name there. So you have access to that. Okay. What you're going to do then is you're going to hit share. Share. Anyone with the link can view or edit. That's really important because then I'm going to be able to see the materials in your folder and make sure that you copy pasted all of them appropriately. Copy your link. And then we're going to go back to our template right here. And we're going to go to the CD LD integrations. And I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to put my link here and hit apply. And then I can test this out by going to an incognito tab. And we can see this works and I'm able to view it. So send the links to a friend, a family member, anybody else that's not you to make sure that your links work. So it saves me the hassle a little bit too of if I open your link and it doesn't work and I have to go back and regrade and revise that. It'll make it easier on all of us. So just make sure that your links are all set to anyone with link in view. And then you're going to need to give a short description here of what the folder is and how you intend to use it in your program. So you'll do the same process for FFA 101 mini lessons. So again, you're going to go over here. You make a file. I already did this, but just to demonstrate how to do that, you're gonna go to portfolio and then you can go to new folder, FFA 101 mini lessons, make your folder. You're gonna go back to our link on Canvas for FFA 101 mini lesson submission. Once everybody has developed them and put them in there, you'll copy them over, paste it in here, and then you're gonna go to share. Anyone with the link can view, copy link. And it's pretty much like clockwork, as you can see here. I'm just going to be doing this for all of them. You're going to put your description. And then for your FFA advisor toolkit and program marketing and event planning toolkit, we are not going to need to make copies of a bunch of things. It's just 2 files. So I provided those to you on Canvas. So again, here you'll go to your final toolkits folder. Right now, I'm recording this on April 29th. You have not turned in your marketing toolkits. You've only turned in your FFA advisor one. So I'm going to copy this one over and go back to my Google Drive. I'm going to paste it here. And instead of making a whole folder editable this time or viewable, you're just going to make that individual file. And knowing that this is our advisor toolkit one, I'm going to go ahead here and paste it. And I'm going to write my description here. And you will do the same thing for marketing, okay? So I've kind of covered how that part works. Scroll down here, we have our AGEDS 3150 folder and our Ramstead curriculum drive. The Ramstead curriculum drive, don't do anything with it. I'm just giving you access to my curriculum. So you have that next year in 3110 and moving ahead into your future careers, because I want you to have that as an option, some resources for you to get started with your program. But AGEDS 3150 folder is going to be the materials from our Canvas site and other relevant materials from our class that I want you to have access to when you get started with your first teaching job and student teaching. So for this one, again, go back to our Canvas hub, if you will, and go to the AGEDS 3150 course folder. And again, make a copy of everything in this folder and put it in your own. Now, I demonstrated this in class the other day, but you're going to notice that there's a lot of files in this one. So what I would have you do is scroll all the way to the bottom. There should be 80 files. You're going to Command A. There should be 80 items there. Yep. Command A, Command C. And then you're going to go back to your portfolio. You're going to go to your course folder file. And then you're going to hit Command V. And it's just say copying 80 files. And just like before, you're going to go to share. Anyone with the link can view. Copy that link over. And then put that in your template. Okay. Pretty easy. That's the first section. That's probably the most difficult section of all, I would say, because we're getting all these links to work. And again, we want to make sure that all of these are going to be able to be opened by somebody that's not you. So test it out with a friend or a classmate. Down here, we are going to type in some additional resources that relate to, it says here, methods or curriculum. We're actually going to change this to FFA and leadership development. So we want to find resources that can be connected with our FFA chapters and ag education programs that relate to having a solid FFA chapter and advising a quality agriculture education program. So some ideas of resources that you might find might include something like the National Quality Program Standards that we've talked about. Maybe there is a crosswalk like we talked about in class of how those connect to different FFA or SAE engagements, right? You would find that link, paste it here for me, describe how you would use it, and then give a name for the resource. Or maybe you find an advisory committee planning guide that you think is really helpful. Again, these are 10 resources that you have found that relate to FFA, leadership, or program development that are relevant to you in your future program that you want to use. You're not making things. If you want to make things here, you can, but it's a lot more simple if we find things that are good resources that are already existing that we can then modify and tweak for our programs. So again, here, 10 resources and a 1 to 2 set description of the resource and how you will use it. And then we have our reflection. So again, the reflection, we have three options: a written reflection, a video, or an in-person meeting. You are welcome to, if you do the writing reflection, to use these headers that I provided you to help organize. It does not need to be a formalized essay. If you would like to do that, you can. It should still be well written, but I don't need like a flowery introduction and closing. Just give me the key points here under those headers, and I have the guiding questions for you here as well. So that's option one. Option number two is a video where you answer these questions. Again, doesn't need to be a formal production, just kind of like I'm doing right now, have a Zoom video or recording of you walking through um, what your takeaways were from the course, and then upload that into here and make sure that I can view the link as a YouTube link or as a shared Google video, or we can schedule an in-person meeting. There's no need to be memorizing questions or anything for that meeting. I'll just walk you through these questions and we'll just have a conversation. Again, very relaxed. And then once you have finished your reflection, you are then able to turn in your portfolio pending that you have done the cover page and that all the links are working just fine. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that this brief tutorial was helpful. Again, this is not meant to be like a formal lesson or production by any means, but I hope that this at least gives you some guidance and direction and something easy to reference back to if you have questions on the logistics of the folders and the files and all of the fun things. So again, thank you for your hard work this semester. I'm really excited to see the final product that we have here. And more importantly, I'm excited to be able to see you use these materials as you go through in your future AGED programs and student teaching and beyond. So take care, and we'll see you in class in the coming days.